Ever since I was a kid, a small little baby man, I've always loved video games. Like everyone on this planet, video games have been a huge part of my childhood. But at first I didn't stop playing your typical game that everyone played, like the first God of War, Super Mario, Sonic. Oh hell no. See, I played these games that I have never heard someone talk about. I played games like Monster Jam and Rampage Total Destruction. Games that I hold very close to my heart. Not your typical Super Mario Bros. Shit. But on the other hand, there's this side of gaming that I usually never like playing. And those are horror games. I usually never play scary games because every time I play a scary game, I instantly start peeing myself. Now you may think that me being the little youngling that I was during that time, maybe play either Manhunt or Bioshock. Well, that's where you're wrong. See, there was this show called Sylvester and Tweety. A show that is similar to Tom and Jerry, but there's a bird instead of a mouse. And the cat can talk, and his catchphrase is suffering succotash. During the show's runtime, it did have its fair amount of games, but there was one game specifically that young Alex couldn't handle, and that game was called Sylvester and Tweety in KG Cappers. Basically, the premise of the game is that you play as Sylvester and you try to catch Tweety. That's pretty much basically it. So you must be wondering, Hey, Alex, why are you so scared of that game, you giant bitch? See, that's where you're wrong. See, there was a part in the game that was based on an episode called Hide and Go Tweet, where Tweety turned into a monster and tried to catch Sylvester. So in the game, every time Tweety turned into a monster and tried to eat Sylvester, I was terrified. I had never been so scared in my life. I was basically so scared, I had to ask my dad to try and beat it. I was so scared that I cried of fear, knowing that that bird were to come to my house and try and eat me. I basically couldn't sleep that night due to the pure fear of that bird. I was so scared that I never played that game again and was basically on that same level forever. And now that I look back at the game, I realize how much of an idiot I was thinking that that game was scary. Thinking that a bird getting big and trying to eat a cat is scary. Now real quick before I end the video, I want to ask you something. Would you be more scared of a giant being destroying cities, climbing on buildings, and literally grabbing people from their houses and eating them? Or, on the other hand, a bird who gets big and tries to catch a cat?